Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. And we're here. Welcome to my review of Season 8. First released in 2004, it was the first season to air during what most fans called the New Era, what I call the Hit Era, and was also the first season to air during my lifetime. It was narrated by Michael Angelis in the UK and Michael Brandon in the US. And so we've arrived. We've got to the reviews I was dreading making. For seasons 1 through 7, I wrote the scripts for the reviews without sitting down and rewatching the seasons. I rewatched them after I'd written the script to make sure I'd got everything correct, but really I just wanted an excuse to watch them again. However, it had been a while since I last saw Season 8. The only time I would really ever watch Season 8 is if I'd seen each of the classic and each of the Brenner seasons about 3 times each in the past week, and was looking for something else to watch. However, for the sake of this review, I went back and rewatched it, and I have to say, it wasn't as bad as I remembered. I've always considered the Hit Era to be better than Miller and Wubber, and that Season 8 was the best of those, but I still thought it was bad. Upon rewatching it, it has improved slightly. I still wouldn't call it good, but it's an average season. There are moments that feel like they could have come from season 6 or 7, and they still stay somewhat loyal to the source material. An example is You Can Do It, Toby. I don't think that it's a particularly great episode, but it's not a terrible one either, and they bring back Gordon getting stuck on the hill. If this had been a classic era episode, I don't think it would have worked, as the Express being heavy doesn't seem like a legitimate reason for Gordon getting stuck. I think they did it a lot better in Old Reliable Edward. But, coming out of this era, it's a nice little episode that pays tribute to the classics. And you notice how similar engines always get very similar stories. Edward's Exploit, Four Little Engines, and Gallant Old Engine are all essentially the same episode if you think about it, and I think You Can Do It, Toby is Toby's version of that. However, along with the decent stuff, it's another clear step down from Season 7, continuing the fall that started with Season 6. The characters seem to have all been dumbed down, exaggerated, or changed. Emily only appeared in the previous season, but she seemed like a nice engine then. Now she's bossy and mean. In a couple of episodes, we see Thomas being impatient and refusing help. James has always been vain, but he was never as vain as in James Gets a New Coat. I don't think he'd ever neglected his job to admire and show off his paint before. But I think the character who got it the worst was Henry. I just can't stand what they did with him in Henry and the Wishing Tree. For me, that's the worst episode of the season. This would usually be the part where I talk about the new characters, but there aren't actually any new characters in Season 8 aside from a couple of minor human ones. The narration in Season 8, I think, is okay, borderline bad. Again, I haven't seen a lot of the US dubs, but from what I remember, it wasn't good narration, but it wasn't so bad that I couldn't watch it. In terms of Angelis, he's okay. He's not good, he's not awful, he's just okay. In terms of the music and sets, I think they're both fine. Hartshorn's music is good, and the sets are nice, however, they can't touch the classic era's versions. The change in quality is obvious. And so, overall, Season 8 was better than I remembered. It still has a lot of bad stuff in, but I would say it's an average season. I'm giving it a 5 out of 10, which is bottom of the list so far, and my top 10 episodes, from 10th to best, are Spick and Span, Percy and the Magic Carpet, Thomas and the Firework Display, Thomas to the Rescue, Too Hot for Thomas, Don't Tell Thomas, Gordon Takes Charge, Thomas Saves the Day, Edward the Great, and Squeak, Rattle and Roll. So there we go, those are my views on Season 8, but let me know down in the comments what you think. Thanks for watching everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter by clicking on the links in the description. But that's all for today, I will see you next week.